Leonardo DiCaprio didn't give a speech. He didn't win an award. He didn't even say a word on camera. And yet, one quiet moment at the Golden Globes somehow became the most talked about clip of the night. Because for a few seconds, Leo leaned forward, locked eyes with someone just off screen, started laughing, pointing, chewing invisible gum, and reacting like he was deep in a private joke no one else was supposed to see. No audio, no explanation, just expressions. And that was enough to send the internet spiraling. People replayed the clip again and again, slowing it down, zooming in, trying to read his lips, trying to guess who could possibly have Leonardo DiCaprio that animated in the middle of Hollywood's biggest night. And once the Golden Globes official TikTok posted it, the mystery officially escaped the room. But here's the thing. This didn't look like small talk. It didn't look like polite award show chatter. This looked personal, comfortable, almost secretive. And that's exactly why it caught fire. Because Leo isn't known for moments like this. He's usually composed, controlled, a master of saying just enough and never too much. Red carpets don't rattle him. Interviews rarely surprise him. And yet here he was, completely locked into someone we couldn't see, reacting like he'd just been reminded of something hilarious or slightly embarrassing. And that contrast is what made people pause. This wasn't just another celebrity laughing at a joke. This was Leonardo DiCaprio forgetting, for a moment, that cameras were everywhere. And once people noticed that, the clip took on a life of its own. Naturally, the questions followed. Who's he talking to? Why were they out of frame? And why did it look like Leo didn't want anyone else in on the joke? At first, there were no answers, just theories. Some fans were convinced it had to be another A-list actor seated nearby. Others thought it might have been someone unexpected, a filmmaker, a musician, maybe even someone not meant to be publicly associated with him at all. TikTok stitched the clip into endless guest videos. Reddit threads popped up, dissecting every micro-expression. And the longer Leo stayed silent, the bigger the mystery grew. Then, finally he spoke. Sort of. When asked about the viral moment after news broke that he'd secured yet another Oscar nomination, Leo didn't deny anything. He didn't dodge the question. He simply refused to give a name. He said it was a friend. And then he stopped. No clarification. No hint. No plafelivir. Just a pause, followed by one line that instantly made things worse in the best way possible. He joked that he wasn't about to say more because, as a famous movie character once put it, I'm not a rat. That was it. And somehow, that sentence only poured gasoline on the fire. Because now it wasn't just a mystery. It was a deliberate one. Leo wasn't avoiding the question. He was choosing silence. And when someone like him does that, people assume there's a reason. Whether that reason is dramatic, personal, or completely harmless doesn't even matter anymore. The refusal itself becomes the story. But just when things couldn't get more confusing, another familiar face entered the conversation. Teyana Taylor. She later revealed that when the clip first started circulating, she genuinely thought Leo had been talking to her. They've known each other for years. They joke like that. They're comfortable. And she even told people that the two of them had been laughing about a movie her kids love. Except that wasn't true. Because after watching the clip again, she realized something awkward. Leo wasn't facing her. He wasn't reacting to her. He was talking to someone else entirely. And even he didn't seem to remember exactly who it was. That's when the story shifted from intriguing to downright strange. Because now, even someone who was sitting close enough to be confused didn't know who the mystery person was. And if insiders were unsure, the internet had no chance. Teyana joked about feeling a little friendly jealousy. Not in a serious way. More like that moment when you realize your friend has an inside joke with someone else and you weren't invited. And her honesty made the whole thing feel even more real. If this were staged, someone would have cleared it up by now. If it were obvious, it wouldn't still be trending. But instead, the silence continued. Online, speculation exploded. And it's important to say this clearly. None of it has been confirmed. These are just rumors, fan theories, and guesses fueled by curiosity. No names, no proof, just people trying to connect dots that may not even exist. Some think the person was intentionally kept out of frame. Others believe it was completely accidental. A few fans even suggested the mystery mattered less than the reaction itself. That the reason it went viral was because people weren't used to seeing Leo unguarded, and that idea started to stick. Because timing matters. This moment didn't happen during a quiet year. It happened while Leo was riding another career high. His latest film dominated the Golden Globes. Critics praised it. Award nominations stacked up. And just days later, he secured his 8th Oscar nomination. In other words, he was everywhere. Which means every small moment suddenly mattered more. When celebrities are winning, people watch them differently. Every gesture feels symbolic. Every decision feels intentional. And in that context, saying nothing can feel louder than any explanation. Especially when it comes from someone who knows the game as well as Leonardo DiCaprio does. For decades, he's managed to stay relevant without oversharing. No messy online feuds. No constant public confessions. No endless clarification posts. When controversy swirls, he waits. When rumors grow, he stays quiet. And more often than not, the mystery fades, but his image stays intact. This moment felt like a perfect example of that strategy in action. By refusing to name the person, he didn't create scandal. He created curiosity. He didn't invite backlash. He invited speculation. And in today's attention economy, that's often the smarter move. Because people don't share answers nearly as much as they share questions. And that's why, weeks later, we're still talking about a conversation we never even heard. No audio, no face, no confirmación. Just a few seconds of laughter, a pointed finger, and a Hollywood icon choosing not to explain himself. So maybe the real reason this moment went viral isn't about who Leo was talking to at all. Maybe it's about how rare it is to see someone at the top of the industry remind everyone that some things are still private, that not every moment needs to be decoded, that not every interaction belongs to the audience. Or maybe the mystery really is the point. And until Leo decides otherwise, whoever was on the other side of that conversation will remain exactly where they were that night, just out of frame. Follow for more.